Here is a great, deeply detailed, yet very simple summary of everything you've learned so far about Muhammad Ghori's early invasions of India, explained like a story for beginners, with full clarity and examples. Deep summary. Muhammad Ghori's early invasions into India, 1175 to 1178 CE. Who was Muhammad Ghori? Muhammad Ghori, ruled c. 1173 to 1206 CE, was a Muslim king from the region called Ghor in today's Afghanistan. He is called the real founder of the Islamic Empire in India because he made sure Muslim rule stayed in India even after he died. Others had come to India before him, like Mahmud of Ghazni, but they only looted and left. Ghori was different. He came to stay, conquer, and build. Why did Ghori invade India? Ghori wanted to expand his empire. He looked toward India, which was full of rich cities and many small kingdoms always fighting each other. He saw a chance to attack and take over. First invasion, 1175 CE, Multan and Upper Sindh. Where is this? These places are in today's Pakistan, near the border of India. They were like a doorway to enter India. What happened? 1. In 1175 CE, Ghori attacked Multan, which was ruled by a group of local Muslims called the Ismailis. 2. He defeated them and captured Multan. 3. Then he went to Upper Sindh and fought the Badi Rajputs, a Hindu warrior clan. 4. He won again and captured a town called Uch. 5. There, he built a fort to make sure he had control and could return anytime. Why is this important? These areas gave him a safe place close to India. It was like building a base camp before a big climb. Second invasion, 1178 CE, Gujarat. Where is Gujarat? A state in western India, rich and powerful, ruled by Hindu kings called Solankis or Chalukyas. What happened? 1. Ghori tried to attack Gujarat in 1178 CE. 2. The ruler was King Bhima II of the Solanki dynasty. 3. A big battle took place at Kayadara, near Mount Abu, not far from the capital Anhilwara. 4. Ghori's army was badly defeated. Why did Ghori lose? He went too far from his base in Sindh. He had no strong supply line or local support. The Solanki army was well prepared and fought bravely. Lesson learned by Ghori. Even though he lost in Gujarat, Ghori didn't give up. Instead, he thought, next time, I should not attack deep into India without a strong base close by. So he changed his plan. First, he would conquer Punjab, a nearby area easier to reach and control. Then he would build a strong foundation there. From Punjab, he could slowly move into India, step by step. This new plan would eventually succeed, leading to battles like Tarain, the rise of the Delhi Sultanate, and Muslim rule that lasted for centuries. End summary. The big picture. Muhammad Ghori's early invasions, 1175 to 1178 CE, were his first steps into India. Year, place attacked. Result, importance. 1175, Multan and Sindh. Ghori won, gave him a base near India. 1178, Gujarat. Ghori lost, taught him to build a base first. These early attacks taught Ghori that conquering India required planning. He learned to secure nearby regions first, before going deep inside. He would soon turn to Punjab next, and from there, his real conquest of India would begin. Let me know if you'd like the next part of Ghori's story. His invasion of Punjab, his battles with Prithviraj Chauhan, and how his general Qutbuddin Aibak helped build the Delhi Sultanate after him. I'll explain those step by step in the same clear, deep, beginner-friendly style. Absolutely. Here is a great, deeply detailed, and extremely simple summary of the events you shared, explained like teaching a complete beginner in the easiest language possible. Deep, detailed summary. Muhammad Ghori's conquest of Punjab and the First Battle of Tarain, 1179 to 1191 CE. Background. Muhammad Ghori was a powerful Muslim ruler from the region called Ghor in today's Afghanistan. He wanted to build a strong empire in India. To do this, he first had to capture important cities and regions on the northwest side of India, like Multan, Sindh, Punjab, and Lahore. Part 1. Conquest of Punjab and Lahore 1179 to 1186 CE. What did Ghori do? Between 1179 and 1186 CE, Muhammad Ghori captured the following areas. Year, place. Captured, why it was important. 1179, Peshawar, a gateway city into India. Sindh gave him access to the lower Indus Valley. Punjab and Lahore. Lahore was the capital of the Ghaznavid dynasty. These areas were earlier controlled by Ghaznavid rulers, who had become weak. Ghori defeated them one by one and made these places part of his own kingdom. By 1190 CE, he had full control over Multan, Sindh, Punjab, and Lahore. Why this was a big deal? These places were like stepping stones. Controlling them gave Ghori safe entry into the heart of India, especially toward the rich Gangetic plain, the land between Ganga and Yamuna rivers, full of wealth, cities, and fertile land. Part 2. The First Battle of Tarain, 1191 CE. Who was Ghori's big enemy now? His main enemy was Prithviraj Chauhan, a famous Rajput king. Prithviraj ruled over Ajmer and Delhi and had already defeated many other kings in Rajasthan. Both Prithviraj and Ghori wanted to control Punjab and the Ganga Valley. This led to war. How the war started? A dispute began over a fort called Tabar Hinda, modern-day Bathinda, in Punjab. Ghori attacked it first, and Prithviraj responded. The first battle. The battle happened in 1191 CE at a place called Tarin, near today's Karnal, in Haryana. Ghori brought his army to fight Prithviraj, but Prithviraj defeated Ghori badly. Ghori was almost killed, but escaped just in time. Big mistake by Prithviraj. After the victory, Prithviraj took back the fort at Bathinda, but he made a serious mistake. He did not leave a strong army there to protect the fort. What Ghori did next? Ghori noticed this mistake. He went back to Afghanistan, gathered a new, stronger army, and prepared to attack again. He was now more serious, more careful, and ready to take revenge. Final summary, in simple points. 1. Muhammad Ghori slowly captured Peshawar, Sindh, Punjab, and Lahore between 1179 to 1186 CE. 2. These places helped him enter India easily. 3. In 1191 CE, he fought the first battle of Tarain against Prithviraj Chauhan. 4. Prithviraj won that battle and Ghori ran away. But Prithviraj didn't protect his win properly. 6. Ghori used this chance to prepare a stronger army for another attack. What's next? All this led to the Second Battle of Tarain in 1192 CE, where Ghori returned with full force. This time, he won and defeated Prithviraj. That victory allowed him to slowly start Muslim rule in North India, which eventually led to the Delhi Sultanate. Would you like me to now explain the Second Battle of Tarain, 1192 CE, in the same simple and detailed way? Sure. Here's a great, deep, and very detailed summary of the Second Battle of Tarain, 1192 CE, and its aftermath, explained in the simplest possible language, like telling a story to a beginner or with full clarity, extra context, and examples. Summary of the Second Battle of Tarain, 1192 CE. Explained in the most simple and complete way. Who were the main people involved? 1. A Hindu king from North India, ruler of Ajmer and Delhi, belonged to the Chauhan dynasty, known as a brave and proud warrior. 2. Muhammad Ghori, also called Muhammad of Ghor or Muhammad Sam, a Muslim ruler from the Ghurid dynasty in Afghanistan. He wanted to conquer parts of India. His army was Turkish. His soldiers were called Turks. He was determined to build Muslim rule in India. What happened before the second battle? In 1191 CE, Prithviraj defeated Ghori in the first battle of Tarain. Ghori was wounded and had to run away. But he did not give up. He carefully prepared for another attack. He returned next year, 1192 CE, with a stronger, better army. What happened in the Second Battle of Tarain, 1192 CE? Both sides met again near Tarain, in present-day Haryana. Prithviraj had a larger army, more soldiers, but they were slow and less organized. Ghori had fewer soldiers, but they were fast, using horse-riding soldiers called cavalry, well-trained, well-organized, using superior technology. What was Ghori's secret to victory? Ghori's Turkish cavalry had two main advantages. One, horseshoes. Metal pieces attached to horse hooves helped horses run longer without injury. Gave Ghori's army speed and stamina. Two, iron stirrups. Metal loops where riders placed their feet. Gave the rider a tight grip on the horse. Helped in fighting with more strength and balance. These tools gave Ghori's army an edge. They could move quickly and hit harder than Indian soldiers. What was the result of the battle? Ghori's army used speed and surprise attacks to break Indian lines. Prithviraj's army could not keep up with the fast cavalry. A huge number of Indian soldiers were killed. The Indian army was completely defeated. What happened to Prithviraj Chauhan? Prithviraj escaped from the battlefield at first, but soon he was captured near Saraswati, a nearby town. Ghori spared his life for a short time and made him a puppet ruler of Ajmer. Coins from this period had Prithvirajadeva on one side, his name, Sri Muhammad Sam on the other side, Ghori's name. This shows Prithviraj was allowed to rule, but under Ghori's control. Later, Ghori accused Prithviraj of plotting a secret rebellion, called a conspiracy. Ghori then had Prithviraj executed, killed. What did Ghori's army do after the battle? The Turkish army captured many major cities in North India, Hansi, Saraswati, Samana, Delhi, Ajmer. This gave Ghori control over much of northern India. Why is this battle important in Indian history? This battle is called a turning point because 1. It ended the rule of Hindu kings like Prithviraj in Delhi. 2. It opened the door for Muslim rule in India. 3. After Ghori, his general Quddin Aibak took control. 4. This led to the founding of the Delhi Sultanate, a Muslim kingdom in India. 5. For the next 600 plus years, much of North India was ruled by Turkish, Afghan, and Mughal dynasties. In short, this battle changed the future of India. It began a new chapter in Indian history. Final takeaway. Super simple. Prithviraj was a brave Indian king. Ghori was a clever foreign invader with better war tools and faster soldiers. Ghori lost once, but came back smarter and defeated Prithviraj. Prithviraj was caught and later killed. Ghori took control of Delhi and other cities. This battle changed Indian history and helped begin Muslim rule in North India. Would you like a map, timeline, character profile, or battle diagram to go along with this? I can make the learning even clearer. Absolutely. Let's now explain this whole passage word by word, line by line, and in the most simple and deeply clear way, like teaching someone with no background in history at all. I'll also add extra details, examples, and context to help you understand each part completely. 1. Battle of Chandwar, around 1194 CE. Ghori defeated Jayachandra, the ruler of Kanauj of the Gahadavalas dynasty. Let's break this down word by word. Battle. It's a big fight between two armies. Of Chandwarkals, this battle happened at a place called Chandwar, near today's Etawah in Uttar Pradesh, India. Around 1194 CE, this happened about the year 1194 in the Common Era. That means about 800 plus years ago. Ghori. This means Muhammad of Ghor, a ruler from the region of Ghor in today's Afghanistan. He wanted to conquer parts of India. Defeated, he won against Jayachandra, a very powerful king in North India at that time. The ruler of Kanauj equals Jayachandra ruled over the city of Kanauj, a very rich and famous city in North India. Of the Gahadavalas dynasty, Jayachandra belonged to a royal family called the Gahadavala dynasty, which ruled parts of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. Extra info. Jayachandra was one of the strongest kings in North India at that time. When he was defeated by Muhammad Ghori, a big part of North India became weak and open to foreign rule. Thus, the battles of Tarain and Chandwar laid the foundations of Turkish rule in northern India. Thus, So, because of these two battles, the battles of Tarain and Chandwar, these are two big battles. Tarain, a battle where Ghori defeated Prithviraj Chauhan in 1192 CE. Chandwar, where Ghori defeated Jayachandra in 1194 CE. Laid the foundations, started the base or beginning of Turkish rule. Rule by people from Turkey or Central Asia, like Ghori and his generals, who spoke Turkish or were from Turkish-speaking regions. In northern India, in the northern part of India. Extra info. These two battles were like opening the door for foreign rulers from Central Asia to take control of large parts of India. After this invasion, Qutb-ud-Din Aibak was made the viceroy of Muhammad Ghori. After this invasion, after Ghori won the battles and entered India, Qutb-ud-Din Aibak was Ghori's most trusted general and slave, but in those days, slave could also mean a highly trusted servant or military leader. Was made the viceroy. Ghori gave him the job of ruling India as his representative. Viceroy equals second in command. Aibak ruled in India on behalf of Ghori, who lived in Afghanistan. Example. Think of Ghori as the owner of a big business who lives in another country, and Aibak as the manager he trusts to run the Indian branch of that business. 4. After this, Ghori returned to Ghazni to carry out his conquests in the western frontiers. After this, once he had set up control in India, Ghori returned to Ghazni. He went back to his main city, Ghazni, in today's Afghanistan, to carry out, to continue doing, his conquests, his attacks to capture more land, in the western frontiers, in the western areas near Iran, Afghanistan, etc. Extra info. Ghori didn't stay in India. He was more interested in expanding his empire both westward and eastward, so he left India's control to someone he trusted. 5. Leaving the affairs of India in the hands of his trusted slave general Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. Leaving the affairs of India equals Ghori handed over the job of ruling India in the hands of, to be managed by, his trusted, someone he deeply trusted, slave general. Aibak was once a slave, but had risen to become a top military leader. Qutb-ud-Din Aibak, the same loyal general we talked about earlier. Example. Aibak became like the main ruler in India while Ghori was away. Who continued his conquests in India? Who continued equals Aibak kept going. His conquests equals his fights to take over new lands in India, across different parts of India. Aibak was very active in spreading Turkish control further across 7. Conquests of Gujarat, Bundelkhand, Bengal, and Bihar, around 1195 to 1202 CE. Conquests, taking over lands by fighting wars. Gujarat was a region in western India. Bundelkhand, a region in central India, today part of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Bengal and Bihar, eastern regions of India, around 1195 to 1202 CE. These events happened between the years 1195 and 1202. These areas were ruled by different kings, and Aibak and others attacked and took them over one by one. 8. In around 1195 CE, Qutb-ud-Din Aibak captured Aligarh and Ranthambore. In around 1195 CE equals, around the year 1195. Qutb-ud-Din Aibak was Ghori's general in India. Captured equals took control of. Aligarh equals a city in today's Uttar Pradesh. And Ranthambore, a famous fort in Rajasthan. These were powerful and strategic places. Capturing them gave Aibak more control in northern India. He also attacked Bhima II, the Solanki king of Gujarat, who defeated Aibak. He also attacked. Aibak tried to fight. Bhima II equals a king of Gujarat at that time. The Solanki king, Bhima, belonged to the Solanki dynasty, who defeated Aibak. Bhima II won the first battle against Aibak. This shows Aibak was not always successful at first. Indian kings still resisted him. 10. Aibak, however, prevailed in his next battle with Bhima II and thus conquered Gujarat. Aibak, however, equals but later. Prevailed was won. In his next battle, in the next fight with Bhima II equals the same king of Gujarat, and thus conquered Gujarat, so he finally took control of Gujarat. Simple idea. Aibak lost the first time, but didn't give up and won later. 11. He next conquered Bundelkhand, ruled by the Chandela Rajputs. He next conquered equals. Then he took over. Bundelkhand, region in central India. Ruled by, that was governed by, the Chandela Rajputs, a Rajput dynasty famous for building the Khajuraho temples. More areas were falling under Turkish rule one by one. 12. Simultaneously, Muhammad Bakhtiar Khalji, another general of Muhammad Ghori, conquered Bihar in 1197 CE and Bengal in 1202 CE. Simultaneously, at the same time, Muhammad Bakhtiar Khalji, another general of Ghori, not Aibak, another general of Muhammad Ghori, quotes a different army leader also under Ghori, took over Bihar in 1197 CE. He captured Bihar around 1197 and Bengal and then took over Bengal by 1202. Khalji was spreading Turkish rule in eastern India, while Aibak focused on the north and west. 13. And destroyed the universities of Nalanda and Vikramshila. And destroyed equals, he attacked and ruined the universities, very famous learning centers, of Nalanda and Vikramshila. These were ancient Indian universities in Bihar, known all over Asia for Buddhist and Hindu learning. Tragic loss. These places were centers of education, like ancient Oxford or Harvard. Their destruction was a huge blow to Indian culture and knowledge. 14. Khalji thus became the viceroy of Bengal and Bihar. Khalji was made the viceroy, the ruler under Ghori's command, of Bengal and Bihar. He ruled these regions for Ghori. Just like Aibak in the north, Khalji controlled the east. 15. Revolt of Khokars, around 1205 CE. Revolt equals a rebellion or uprising. Of Khokars, the Khokars were a warrior tribe in Punjab, around 1205 CE. This happened about 1205. The Khokars didn't like Ghori's rule and fought back. 16. Ghori had to again come to India to crush the revolt of the Khokars. Ghori had to again come to India equals Ghori came back to India one more time to crush the revolt, to defeat the rebellion of the Khokars by the people of Punjab. Even after victories, Ghori had to deal with resistance. 17. However, in 1206 CE, Ghori was killed by someone near Damyak district of Jhelum, now in Pakistan, while going back to Ghazni. But sadly, in 1206 CE in that year, Ghori was killed. He was assassinated by someone equals not known exactly who, near Damyak district of Jhelum, near a place in today's Pakistan. Now in Pakistan. Today that area is in Pakistan. While going back to Ghazni, he was returning home when he was killed. Ghori died soon after all his Indian conquests. 18. The reign of India passed on to Aibak, who laid the foundation of the slave dynasty. The reign of India, rule over Indian lands, passed on to Aibak, was taken over by Aibak, who laid the foundation, he started, of the slave dynasty. Aibak became the first king of a new ruling family in India, called the slave dynasty, because he was once a slave. This was the beginning of the Delhi Sultanate, Muslim rulers who would rule parts of India for the next 300 plus years. Summary in simple words. 1. Ghori defeated two big Indian kings, Prithviraj in 1192 and Jayachandra in 1194. 2. This helped Ghori start Turkish foreign rule in northern India. 3. Ghori went back to Afghanistan, leaving his general Aibak in charge. 4. Aibak and other generals conquered more Indian regions like Gujarat, Bundelkhand, Bihar, and Bengal. 5. Ancient learning centers like Nalanda were destroyed. 6. Ghori died in 1206 and Aibak became king. 7. This began the slave dynasty, which ruled from Delhi. Would you like me to make a diagram or timeline too?